Why hello, you amazing beautiful people. How you doing? And welcome back to another Taylor Swift Friday. So one thing I want to say is, oh my word, we literally had a tease for Rep TV. We literally had like a snippet of a song. It was released in The Handmaid's Tale, and I think we're all pretty excited. Taylor is such a tease. Why does she do this to us? Why does she do this? But at least we know, surely it is on the horizon. If you didn't check out my reaction for that, it came out Tuesday. Make sure you go check that one out. But yes, we have 4 more songs to check out from Taylor Swift's, as I say, Taylor's red version. They all messed up. Taylor's version. Taylor Swift's red Taylor's version. We've got Better Man, Nothing New, Babe, which we've already heard, and Message in a Bottle today. And then there's I Bet You Think About Me with Chris Stapleton, which we've heard. Forever Winter. I feel like we've heard that. Maybe we haven't. Run, The Very First Night. There's the 10-minute version of All Too Well, which I said that maybe we do a special version of that. And then there's a Message in a Bottle remix, and then All Too Well short film. So those ones maybe we won't do. So does that mean we've only got one more then? We maybe only have one more. So next week will be, we could probably do I Bet You Think About Me again, and then Forever Winter, Run, and The Very First Night, and then that will be it, right? Let me know in the comment section if that's the plan, if that's where we end it, just next week, and if those are the 4 you want to end it with as well. And then I guess we'll have to do a vote in the comment section to see what you all want me to do after we finish Red. It'll be up to you guys, like it always is. But for now, I guess I better stop talking. Please support these videos by sharing them, liking them, subscribing, leaving a comment. All of those things really help. And I really appreciate all of you who do. You're absolutely amazing. So many of you were sharing the video last week on Twitter, on TikTok. And honestly, some of my favorite freaking Swifties who watch this channel, like the support you show is chopping up the videos and sharing them on your TikTok. I've seen some people get hundreds of thousands of views, and it's amazing to see. You guys are wonderful. I freaking love you guys so much. Without more talking from me, please like and subscribe, and let's jump into Taylor Swift's Better Man. From the vault. All right. Ooh, feels very country already. Just that instrumental makes it feel like that.
I know I'm probably better off on my own than loving a man who didn't know what he had when he had it. And I see the permanent damage you did to me. Never again, I just wish I could forget when it was magic.
It's amazing how many of the songs on Red tie into the same story. And obviously that's on purpose. That would be where Taylor's mind was when she was writing this track. But so many of the songs really do just tie into the same story. And then it all clicks together, and you feel like, it feels like you're building it. Listening to a Taylor Swift album feels like building a jigsaw puzzle. Like, the more songs you listen to, the more pieces just slot into that puzzle, and when you finish the album, it's complete in front of you.
I wish it wasn't 4 a.m. standing in the mirror saying to myself, you know you had to do it. I know the bravest thing I ever did was run.
Oh,
sometimes in the middle of the night I can feel you again, but I just miss you, and I just wish you were a better man.
The backing vocals on this chorus over Taylor, absolutely gorgeous.
I know we had to say goodbye like the back of my hand, but I just miss you.
Highlights all of the beauty in her voice here. Oh, a very country sounding song, this one. Massively so. Even Taylor's tone on this one. And the idea of this song literally being so in love with someone, and them just wronging you, and them just fucking up the relationship so many different ways, and you're just there just like, I just wish you were better. Like, I love you so much, I just wish you were better so this could work.
I know I'm probably better off all alone than needing a man who could change his mind at any given minute. And it was always on your terms.
It really feels like we're just looking inside of Taylor's mind in this situation where she is in this relationship with this person that she just is a total asshole, but she just wishes they were better, and she's hanging in there, and she's like, maybe they'll get better, maybe it will get better, maybe, but it's like looking at the door, the exit behind her, and just feeling like that's where she should go, and being torn between those two situations.
Jealousy, oh, I can hear it now, talking down to me, like I'd always be around, push my love away, like it was some kind of loaded gun. Oh, you never thought I'd run. Sometimes in the middle of the night I can feel you again, but I just miss you and I just wish you were a better man. But I know we had to say goodbye like the back of my hand, but I just miss you and I just wish you were a better man.
I love the story that this song presents to us. I love and hate it at the same time. I love obviously because it's real. I mean, I hate it because it's real, and I love that it's like the honesty and the vulnerability in it. I don't know if I'm explaining it, but basically, like also the idea that Taylor's saying, like, you never thought I would run. This person, and like the way you talk to me, like you thought I'd always be there. Just took them for granted. They're always going to be there. I can treat them how I want. They're never going to walk out that door. And then one day they do. Oh God, that note was stunning. This is that violin swell on this chorus here, as we lead into that bridge.
I hold on to this pride because these days it's all I have, and I gave to you my best, and we both know you.
Oh, that no note. Gosh, what beautiful,
you were a better man.
Beautiful song.
I wonder what we would have become if you were a better man.
It's so painfully sad, like hearing a song where you're almost pleading with the idea of it working, you know? Like, this could have been something special. This had a chance to be something special. I gave you everything, but you gave me nothing. And if you were just a better man, where would this have gone?
We might still be in love if you were a better man.
The what if question.
You would have been the one if you were a better man. And sometimes in the middle of the night I can feel you again.
Oh, wow, this
but I
chorus
just
is
miss you and I just wish you were a better man.
Some of my favorite vocals on this chorus. I feel like you can really feel the emotion, especially in the chorus of this song. Like, it shines through. And I think it's enhanced by the ad-libbed backing vocals for Taylor here. It just makes the vocals stand out and shine. And I almost feel like I'm listening to a song where Taylor has tears in her eyes. It feels so emotionally moving.
I just miss you and I just wish you were a better man.
It feels like a plea.
Still be in love if you were a better man. You would have been the one if you were a better man.
What a fantastic song. I feel like Taylor is somehow able to, I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing when I say it, but Taylor is somehow able to embody the different breakups that every single person has ever gone through in her music, the different like stages of it, both emotional and physical, and everything of a relationship and a breakup. And like I said, the reason I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, it's amazing that she's able to embody it, but all of it comes from a world of truth. So it's so like devastating when you think that all of these songs have come from true stories and Taylor's lived and felt all of that pain, and there's no happiness to be taken from that. We get amazing songs because of it. We get Taylor relating to all of us who have gone through different styles of breakups, had different elements of it. Like Taylor's experienced it all, and that sucks, but in a beautiful way. It's hard to explain. It really is. Better Man has one of my favorite choruses on Red. It is beautifully well sung from Taylor. Her vocals sound amazing. Everything she did with the backing vocals enhanced it. It is one of her most emotional songs, I would say. Listening to this felt so raw. It honestly felt like if someone showed me a video of Taylor singing this, she would be like tears streaming down her face. That's the vibe I got from it. And it wasn't even one of the most sad songs we've heard from her, but somehow it felt so raw. It did. Like, her voice felt so raw on this track. Like, I feel like Better Man really meant something to Taylor when she wrote it, when she performed it and sang it. That's what I got from this. Like, this is a very important song to her. The idea of this person, because look at this song, what it's saying. It's literally just saying that there was this person that you love, that you are massively in love with, but they're not good for you and they treat you horribly, but you love them, and you see like a glimmer of hope in them, and you know that there's a possible future where that good you see becomes all of them, and it dwarfs the negatives of this relationship, and you constantly just pray that good is gonna consume everything else that they are, but it doesn't, and you wait and you wait and you go through the bullshit, and you start looking over your shoulder a little bit more at the exit, and it looks more and more alluring every single time, and then one day you realize it's time to go, and that person is shocked that you left and can't believe you ever made that decision. And as you're walking out the door, you turn around and you realize that they could have been the one. This could have been that story, but they were just never the person that would have warranted you staying. And that whole story is presented so powerfully, emotionally in this. It just hits you. It just bloody well hits you. It does. It really does. What a beautiful, sad song. As I feel like you could describe pretty much all of freaking Taylor's songs sometimes. Yeah, what a beautifully sad song. Amazing though. Amazing. One of my favorite vocal choruses from her. I really mean that as well. I love how they did that chorus. I feel like the vocals were absolutely freaking outstanding. Alright, well, let's move on to the next one, shall we? Taylor Swift's Nothing New.
They tell you while you're young, girls go out and have your fun. Then they hunt and slay the ones who actually do it. Criticize the way you fly.
I see. The double standards in society, huh? Go out and have fun, but then chase and slay the ones who actually do it. I think this is something that sadly Taylor has had to experience a lot, and you don't even need to look far to find interviews, videos, and questions showcasing that.
When you're soaring through the sky, shoot you down and then they sigh and say she looks like she's been through it. Lord, what will become of me once I've lost my novelty? I've had too much to drink tonight, and I know it's sad, but this is what I think about. And I wake up in the middle of the night. It's like I can feel time moving. How can a person know everything at 18 but nothing at 22?
I honestly feel like this is just something that I will never understand, but spend my life trying to understand. And I think that's the best I could ever do as a guy. And that is the idea of someone in this industry and in this position, you know, looking at the hourglass, looking at the clock, and like she says, wondering when the novelty is going to wear off and how society treats women. Like, if we're being blunt, treats women, and especially women in this situation, you know, go out and have fun and then criticize you when you do it, you know, look at you in the sky, shoot you down, and then be like, oh, you fell, oh, that's sad, even though they were the ones that were like running at you with the freaking pitchforks, and then having these worries that it could go away, that as the clock ticks, it could go away, and how just utterly heartbreaking that must feel, and how sadly that's just some of the disgusting shit that women have to go through.
And will you still want me when I'm nothing new? How long will it be cute? All this crying in my room, when you can't blame it on my youth and roll your eyes with affection.
Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Phoebe Bridgers. Who's Phoebe Bridgers? What a haunting voice. What a hauntingly moving voice. Who's Phoebe Bridgers?
Affection. And my cheeks are growing tired from turning red and faking smiles. Are we only biding time till
I feel like maybe I'm interpreting this song wrongly, but to me this song feels like it's putting a big focus on how let me, and again, if I'm totally wrong here, call me out on it, but how no matter how talented or amazing you are, no matter how incredible you are or how much amazing music you make, people still shine a magnifying glass on how you look. That's what this feels like to me. And it's basically saying, like, how, you know, look how cute I am when I'm younger. How many times can I blame this on my, like, sort of, like, you know, adolescent mind, you know, my younger sort of mind before it stops being cute, and then I lose your attention, you know? I'm no longer cute or pretty. You start looking away. How long until that happens?
Someone else lights up the room. People love an ingenue.
I don't know that word.
Too much to drink tonight. How did I go from growing up to breaking down? And I wake up in the middle of the night. It's like I can feel time moving. How can a person know everything at 18 but nothing at 22? Will you still want me when I'm nothing new?
I don't feel like this is a song about a relationship. This is a song about someone. You know what? So many artists sing songs like this, and it always breaks my heart. I remember when I saw Lemmy of Motorhead. I know. Obviously, Lemmy's not a woman, but when I saw Lemmy of Motorhead at one of his last ever shows before he passed away, he literally took a moment in between the song and literally just looked at the crowd, and I'll never forget it. And he literally went, "Please don't forget me." And in that moment, like, I was just like, so weird. He was like, "Please don't forget me. Please don't forget us." And I'm not joking. He literally said that. It was one of his last ever shows. And I will never forget that. And it seems in this industry, when I say this industry, I don't mean mine. I mean in Taylor's industry, I can't imagine what that thought is like. And I can't imagine how scary it must feel like worrying about being forgotten while you're still here.
I know someday I'm gonna meet her. It's a fever dream. The kind of radiance you only have
the vocals
at
are
17.
amazing.
She'll know the way, and then she'll say she got them back from me. I'll say I'm happy for her, then I'll cry myself to sleep. Oh,
So literally saying someone who's following in their shoes, you know, they're the artist, they've made it, and then one day they meet a girl and it's almost like seeing a ghost because they just remind you of you when you were that age, when you were starting this journey, and they say they learned everything from you, and you're proud but terrified and heartbroken at the same time. Is this person going to take your light and the outward?
I've had too much to drink tonight, but I wonder if they'll miss me once they drive me out. I wake up in the middle of the night, and I can feel time moving. How can a person know everything at 18, but nothing at 22?
That's not the first time she's used a similar line to that.
Still want me. Will you still want me? Will you still want me when I'm nothing new?
This is a song that I feel like I'm not going to be able to feel as much. But I will do my best to understand it as much. Does that make sense? It feels like empty just saying that Taylor is in this position where we're never going to forget her and we're always going to love her. And it feels empty of me to say that, but it's true. And I can imagine every single woman in the entertainment industry feels this. Every single one of them. And it's just an extra pain that they have to feel and worry about and think about for their entire lives that they shouldn't have to. And it's heartbreaking. And like I said, it's something that I will never know. I'm not a woman. I can never know it. But I try to learn. And it's just sad hearing someone, even in Taylor's position, sing about these worries. Because to us, Taylor is this freaking goddess, this superstar, you know? The idea of her fading feels impossible to us. And yet she still thinks about it. Even she does. Even Taylor thinks about this. And doesn't that just break your heart? Because it makes you realize that even if the mighty Taylor Swift thinks about these things, then there's no level on this skyscraper you can climb to where those thoughts don't enter your mind. You know? It's like meeting the strongest person in the universe and finding out they're still scared of something. It makes you realize that no matter what you do in your life, you're always going to be scared of something. Taylor Swift, you would assume is if you were going to gamble and you had to guess, you would assume Taylor would be the one person who wouldn't be worried about fading. So when you find out that these thoughts creep into her mind, it hurts you even more because you realize if it affects her, it affects everybody, and no matter how high you climb, it will affect you too. And there's a real sadness in that. It's a shame. It's just wrong. Yeah, there's a real pain in this song. Yeah, there really is. I don't know how better to explain it, and I'm sorry I'm not the best at articulating it. But that song sucks. That song is a really sad one to listen to. Like I said, it just feels empty saying, like, of course we won't forget you. Of course you're not going to fade. I don't know why it feels empty saying that, even though it's true. Damn. Yeah, something about that one really sucked the air out of my lungs. Alright, wow. Well, let's listen to the next one. Taylor Swift, Babe.
What about your promises?
We've already reacted to this, by the way. We've already heard this. But it really is a great song.
Didn't wanna be the one that got away, yeah.
literally the song, just like, how could you do this? We were supposed to be together. And then think about your promises and the wedding ring and the promises being the vows. I love the layers of this song. Is a horrible song. Like, what is happening is horrible, but I really love this song. I think the use of babe makes it really real as well, you know? It's just like because you could, it almost feels like exhaustion, you know? Like it happened and there's a part of you that always kind of thought it might, and you're like, well, this is one argument we're not going to be fixing. And just like saying, all right, babe, I guess I'm leaving. And it's almost like a just, shit, you know, that kind of feeling.
What about your promises, promises, promises? What a waste. Taking down the pictures and the plans we made, yeah.
Oh, jeez, hitting us with that note.
And it's strange how your face doesn't look so innocent. Your secret has its consequence, and that's on you, babe.
It is interesting how whenever it comes out, like, about someone that they've had an affair, that they've cheated, they've done this, you suddenly look at them and you're like, yeah, they look like the kind of person that would, right? And you have that in your mind. But prior to that, those thoughts never crossed your mind most of the time, right? They just change. They change, and it like clicks, but it was never clicked before. It is bizarre. Taking down the pictures. This is something I always talk about when it comes to a breakup, is the fact that you plan your whole life with this person, and then gone. That life is dead. You have to start a brand new one, and that reset and how painful it is. And I feel like Taylor captures that better than anyone.
I break down every time you call. We'll wreck you, the wrecking ball. We said no one else. How could you do this, babe? What about your promises, promises? You really do this, babe.
It's funny, with the trumpets, it almost makes it feel like a celebration. It's so bizarre because I'm literally imagining someone walking out of a building, you know, a house, crying into their hands, but like a freaking trumpet, like celebration, sort of like all around them, following down the street as they're leaving. Almost like, you know, this sucks, but in a year's time, this is what's best for you. Oh my God, her vocal. She just goes higher and higher and higher. Like, just hits level, and just Willy Wonka's elevator, man. Just keeps going till we smash through the damn ceiling. Oh, I hate that because of you. I can't love you. You fucked this up. You did this.
A shame. Didn't wanna be the one that got away. How could you do this, babe? You really blew this, babe.
There's parts of this song that feel really sad, and parts of this song that just feel like, you know, you blew this. How could you do this? And almost like waggling your finger in like a sarcastic way. You fucked up, and I'm leaving. This is on you. Goodbye. Like, there's like an attitude of confidence and like complete sadness. It's so weird how it has those two emotions.
We ain't getting through this one, babe. This is the last time I'll ever call you, babe.
Like, an acoustic version of this song would sound devastatingly hard. The ring on the table is a nice touch as well, because the way it like swirls matches the entire freaking song, Because if you think about the ring represents a person walking out of that door, taking off of that ring, and just dropping it on the table as they leave. And then that is the whole moment of the song. That one scene is the whole song. So just watching the ring spin on the table, and in this 3-minute and 50-second long song, it like that 2 seconds that it would take to do that is this 3-minute and 50 seconds condensed. Does that make sense? That one action is Babe, is this song. So the way it just shows us that in the lyric video is such a nice touch as well. Let me just say this to anyone who needs to hear it. All right? Once that ring goes on your finger, you belong to that person. Okay? That's how it works. Okay? That's it. You are each other. When I say belong to that person, that makes it sound really weird. I mean, like, in terms of loyalty. Okay? Because it does make it sound weird saying like that. But yeah, in terms of loyalty, you belong to that person. Don't go out, do anything with anyone else. It's not hard. You know what? If you feel the urge to do that, if you feel the need to do that, you can break up. You can leave that person. So please, don't be a twat. And make sure that that's what you do. All right? Don't be that guy. Don't be that person. You know? Because you know what? No one fucking likes that person. No one. All right? You don't just lose the love of your life. You lose everyone in your life. Because everyone hates that guy. So don't be that guy. All right? It's not hard. Jesus Christ. Yeah. There's something weirdly it's like weirdly happy about this song and weirdly sad, isn't there? Maybe it's the trumpets? I don't know. Almost feels like a celebration at times. But like I said, if you did an acoustic version of Babe, it would be horrifically brutal. Can you imagine like a really slow, solemn, emotional performance, same lyrics and everything? It would break you into pieces. And that is the brilliance of how Taylor does it. Even though, obviously, Babe is someone else's. But that's the brilliance of how that song comes across. If it was stripped down, it would break you. Absolutely. I wonder if there is a version performed like that. I'd like to hear it. Man, I will never stop loving that song. And I can't even explain why. Something really, like, cathartic about it in a strange way. Like, you've left a toxic relationship and even though it sucks, you're going to be better for it. That's how Babe feels like to me, you know? Like, you catching this person was the universe's way of saying you should never be with this person. All right, one more song for this big Taylor Swift Friday, and that's Message in a Bottle.
I know that you like me, and it's kind of frightening, standing here waiting, and I became hypnotized by freckles and bright eyes, tongue-tied, but now you're so far away and I'm down, feeling like a face in the crowd.
Oh.
I'm reaching for you.
I love the way Taylor just adapts the syllables of a word. Oh, vibe. This really feels like a club song, which is surprising for a Taylor Swift song, but it does, right? And a lot of songs on Red have this kind of energy, but we haven't heard one in quite a while. The back end of this album is very heartbreaking compared to the opening. This is an absolute club banger of a track so far. That instrumental, the effect on her vocals, everything just kind of makes you want to move. Love the way she lingers on the D's note. That build up. Time. Like the way she just builds up there. And she did it on these as well. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Oh, the way she lingers into that high note. This is a much more positive song. I feel like Red is very misleading because this album starts off very happy, very fun, sort of lures you in. And even the songs about breakups are done in a way that kind of puts a smile on your face. Like they like, you know, a breakup, but you're doing well, you're doing fine, fuck that person kind of energy. And the longer we get into this album, the more it starts to tear at our heart. And it's very refreshing having a song like Message in a Bottle because I feel like we've been brutally emotionally destroyed. And now we sort of get a little bit of a party, uplifting kind of love song, you know? I feel like this is very needed. That squeak there, very subtle. Voice is so good. It's so good. There are times when Taylor really just has to let us know that she can fucking sing, right? That she can sing. And don't get me wrong, we know she can. Every note that she hits on every one of her songs sounds absolutely beautiful. But let us know that she can do it. She can like blow our damn mind. She can shatter some glass with those vocals. She just has to let us know. And that was one of those moments where she's like, I'm gonna let you all know. Boom! It just hits us with it. And now shit, her saying, where are you when I'm thinking of you and this sort of stuff and how is it in London is making me tie it back to some cool earlier London references and person traveling to London and now I'm realizing this is a happy song, but it's a happy song of the idea that maybe this relationship could work. You could be the one that I could love. And I'm sort of connecting it to Better Man a little bit.
You could be the one that I love.
Oh. Man. I really feel like there's two ways. Two ways you could break down the song. Honestly, a vocal fucking party vibe of a song. I really feel like this song, if you wanted, you could literally look at as Taylor sort of, you know, having this relationship in front of her and having this like crossroads, you know, like we've seen before, you know, in these songs, in this relationship she's singing about, where one path that you could be the one, we could fall in love, and this could be amazing, or we're gonna fade. And I feel like Message in a Bottle, I want it to be almost like a step back in time to this point in the relationship where it's saying like, you could be that one, I could be the one you dream about, you know, we could be together, it could be fun, it could be happy, it could be amazing, and it being this like uplifting love song about the journey of love we're about to embark on and how amazing that's gonna be, and look at what we're about to do and how fantastic it's gonna be, and that's what I want this song to be about. That's what it feels like. The instrumental is very uplifting and energetic. The song is very happy and positive. Overall, it feels like that, and that's what I want the song to feel like. But there's one elephant in the room, and it's the title of this song, Message in a Bottle. A Message in a Bottle doesn't give me that kind of energy. It doesn't feel like an uplifting song. Message in a Bottle, why should it? It almost feels like a last resort. Because in the song she's saying, a message in a bottle is all I could hope to like get to you. And I'm imagining this being like basically her saying it's impossible, you know, like this is my last hope, this message in a bottle that I'm sending to you across the world, and it's all I could hope to save this relationship, this Hail Mary of a message, you know, we could be this amazing relationship, you could be the one that I love, this is my last resort. And that's the problem. The fact that the song is called Message in a Bottle makes me think it is a happy, uplifting song about the possible, wonderful ideas of this future relationship we could have. But all of that hope has come down to this one last message in a bottle that you've shipped out into the abyss, and you might as well have thrown it into space, knowing it's not going to reach them because it is a message in the bottle floating across a giant ocean, and there's no hope in its deliverance. That's what this feels like. Also, randomly saying that, I wonder how many people have actually put a message in a bottle out into the sea. Because that sounds like quite a cool idea, doesn't it? Like, you get a bottle, put a message in it, and let it float. And, like, where does that end up? Kind of a cool thing. You know, I wonder how many people have just randomly done that. And what the messages have said. Yeah, that's the problem. This feels like a happy, uplifting party vibe of a song, but it is the title that makes me think it isn't, that it's masked. I don't know, how do you guys interpret that? My word, man. I feel like the more I listen to Red, the more sad I become. Like, Nothing New was devastatingly brutal and heartbreaking. Like, absolutely. Better Man was sad as well. Babe is a very sad song, but is sung in a beautiful way that kind of makes you forget that it is. And A Message in a Bottle feels like it could be our saving grace, our uplifting, happy, funky club song. But, I don't know, it's the title that gets me. I don't know. Ah, man. Alright, so next week, I guess we'll have Forever Winter run the very first night. Maybe, and I bet you think about me, even though we've already done that one as well. Is that the plan and then we're done? Let me know in the comment section down below if that's the plan. Oh, man. Red. So far, this has truly been just such a roller coaster of emotions, and I feel like the latter part of this album really does just put you through the emotional ringer, doesn't it? But it truly is an utterly flawless album. I hope you guys have enjoyed my reactions to it so far. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you who do. I really do. And hopefully you guys still enjoy these reactions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have an amazing weekend. And as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.